Let's take these 3 simple shapes and turn them into something cute. I'll show you how you can take a circle, triangle, and square and turn them into these cute character doodles. The canvas I'm working on is 2500 pixels by 2500 pixels, but of course you can also do this exercise with just pencil and paper. So if you're ready, let's get started. We'll start off with the circle. For these drawings, I'd like to use the dry ink brush. You can find it in the inking section. And for the color, we'll just use black. Now the brush needs to be set to 100% opacity, and I'm using it at 10% size. Now before we start drawing, let's make a new layer on top of our circle. Let's tap the plus, and let's lower the opacity of the circle by tapping the N and sliding to 50%. And we are going to turn the circle into a little chick. We'll first draw 2 eyes, and then a little triangle like this, or actually diamond shape with a little line here. Then on the side, we can make these wings, and below we'll make 2 little feet. At the top of its head, you can add a little fluff. And you can go along the sides, adding some like irregularities, little fluff, so that it's not like a perfect circle, but it'll make it look fluffy. And then you can go to your layer menu and turn the circle off, and you have a cute little chicken. Next up is the triangle. We are going to turn this triangle into a happy onigiri. So again, let's lower the opacity of this layer. Let's tap the N, slide to 50%, and then tap the plus. If you want to go beyond circles, triangles, and squares, and if you want to take your Procreate drawing skills to that next level, then I would suggest checking out my Patreon page. You'll find more than 200 Procreate drawing tutorials there, so I'm sure you'll find something you like. If you want to come and join, which would be great, I will just leave a link for you down in the description. But now let's continue. Let's first create a mouth in the center by creating a shape like this, and then a little curve, and then color in this section. Then we'll add 2 happy eyes with little eyebrows like this. And then for like the seaweed, the section will make a rectangular shape like this. And then color that in. And I'm going to do that by hand so that we get a nice texture from the dry ink brush. It's okay if you have some gaps. And then we'll go around and create these little wobbles. So that's the rice. Try to change them a little bit. Make some a little bit bigger. So we'll just wobble our way around the triangle. Then finally, you can tap and hold the eraser to make it switch to that dry ink brush. And let's set the size here to 10% as well. And then you can add some little highlight lines on that seaweed like this. And then of course, again, you can turn off the triangle layer and enjoy your happy onigiri. Finally, we have our square, and I'd like to turn this one into a cute robot. So first, again, let's lower the opacity, tap the N, slide to 50%, and then tap the plus for a new layer on top. And in this case, it can be handy to use the symmetry tool. To do that, you need to go to the wrench, then to Canvas, turn on Drawing Guide, then go to Edit Drawing Guide, and then turn on Symmetry. And then you can tap Done. Now let's first make a rectangle on top of our square. And then for the bottom part, we'll make our square a little bit more rounded, adding to like the cuteness, the friendliness. Then let's add eyes and maybe some little screws. And we'll add the mouth later. Let's add arms. You can make two curves like this. Add a very simple hand-like thing. And you can add some curves like this. And then for the legs, make two downward lines. And then like a clunky foot. Then let's turn symmetry off. We can go to the layer, tap it, and then turn drawing assist off. That way we can make some elements that aren't symmetrical. Like for instance, its mouth. We can make a wiggly little line. And here at the top, we can add a little antenna. We can add some lines to the legs here. Let's just rotate our canvas a bit. Add some of these lines. And over here, let's make a rectangular shape on its body. And this is for like CDs and floppy disks. This is a very modern robot. And he's super cute, so he'll have a heart over here. And then again, we can turn off our square, and there's our cute robot. So with these basic shapes, I came up with a little chicken, an onigiri, and a cute robot. I'm curious to see what you will come up with these shapes. Do share it in the comments and share your results in the community section, and then I will see you next time for the next tutorial.